Mallory, Thomas and Corky Paul. Winnie in winter. She's still doing her spells. So if we turn the page, there we see winter. And we can see snow everywhere. Wilbur the cat is struggling to get through the snow to catch the bird. You can see the snowman and Winnie the witch looked across her window and shouted and shivered. Her garden was covered in snow. Her pond was covered in ice. Icicles hung from rooftops. I'm tired of winter, said Winnie. So, what do you think she did? There we see her in her kitchen. Wilbur is coming in from outside. Wilbur came in through the cat flap. His feet were wet and his whiskers were frozen. Wilbur was tired of winter too. There we have Winnie the Witch and Wilbur. She had an idea. Suddenly, Winnie had an idea. She stopped what she was doing, took down her big book of spells and read it carefully. See, she's very attentive. There's Wilbur yawning. You can see the back of his throat, the uvula, and his two incisors at the front. And now, clearly, she's gone outside. Then she put on her woolly coat, her fluffy hat, her snow boots, her gloves, and her scarf. As you can see, her hat, scarf, gloves, and boots. She picked up her wand and she went outside. Wilbur already had a fur coat on, so he went outside too. He thought something exciting might happen, and he wanted to watch. Nothing misses his gaze. There you see Winnie the Witch casting a spell. Those magic words abracadabra. Winnie shut her eyes. Then she stood on tiptoe, counted to 10, waved her wand 5 times and shouted abracadabra. Clearly she's standing on her toes. To our amazement, you can see sunshine. The sun is out Above Winnie's house, the sun shone brightly. The sky was deep blue. All the snow had disappeared. It was no longer winter at Winnie's house. It was sunny summer. Winnie took off her woolly coat, her fluffy hat, her snow boots, her gloves, and her scarf. She got her deck chair and went out in the garden to sit in the sun. "This is lovely," said Winnie. "Summer is much nicer." There you can see her in her deck chair. Now what's the cat doing? Wilbur lay down in the sun and purred. "This is lovely," he thought. "Summer is much nicer than winter." Oh dear, seem to have a crowd of people. And as you can see, Winnie looks a little bit worried. Winnie turned around, and there behind her was a great crowd of people. They were running along the road towards her house. She's got company, clearly. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people. They crowded into her garden. They took off their coats, their hats, their boots, their gloves, and their scarves. They sat in the sunshine. They walked on Winnie's flowers. They put orange peel on Winnie's grass, and they paddled in Winnie's pond. Clearly, Winnie wasn't happy. Even more people. Soon there was no room for Winnie and Wilbur in the garden. They went inside and looked out of the window. The noise was horrible. The mess was horrible. Winnie's lovely summer was horrible. Then Winnie heard another strange noise, a tinkling noise. I wonder what it could be. Somebody was selling ice creams in her garden. Winnie was furious. She grabbed her wand. She rushed outside. She stamped her foot, shut her eyes, counted to 10, waved her wand 5 times and shouted, "Abracadabra." So another spell. What do you think happened? Winter returned. The sun disappeared. The blue sky disappeared. And the snow began to fall. The people put on their coats, their hats, their boots, their gloves, and their scarves, and rushed home. The animals went back to bed to finish their winter sleep. The flowers went back under the ground to wait for spring. And as we can see here, she looks quite contented, really. Winnie and Wilbur went back inside. Winnie made a cup of hot chocolate and toasted a muffin. Wilbur had a saucer of warm milk. There you can see Wilbur having his saucer of warm milk. And her house is all covered in snow. You can even see Father Christmas climbing in. And a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, a reindeer. Then Winnie snuggled into bed. Wilbur curled up at the foot of the bed and purred. "This is warm and cozy," said Winnie. "Winter is lovely too." Right, well, contented, everyone happy. Thank you for watching. Valerie Thomas and Corky Pork, Winnie in Winter.